Hi everybody, it's it's the week 5 weigh-in yesterday. Today's Sunday. I'm just over the moon, really over the moon. I wasn't expecting a big loss because I had a big loss last week, so I was sort of expecting maybe half a pound, and I lost another 3.5 pounds, so I'm absolutely over the moon about that. Yeah, it's really good news. It also meant I got my Stone Award, so I have my Stone Award now as well. So yeah, it's really chuffed. So that's like 6 weeks if you include like the first week with the first weigh in and everything. So basically, yeah, week 5, and I've lost a total of £15 now. I'm gonna keep on doing it. I had a relatively busy week, as in like body magic. So I was doing a lot of swimming this week, and I also decided to get my bike out of store. Well, we had it stored away, and I haven't ridden my bike for it's probably been about 5 years, maybe a bit longer since I've ridden it. And I used to commute every day to work on my bike, and was obviously got quite fit doing that, and then I haven't ridden it for so long, and we had to get it out and put like flat pedals on it and all of that so that I could ride it with trainers on. Yes, I've been cycling down to the beach, locking my bike up, going for a swim, having sort of 20 minutes, half hour swimming, and then getting back on my bike and riding home again. And it's 5 miles both ways, so it's 5 miles a day extra I'm doing, rather than getting in the car and driving down there. So yeah, and I also want to be able to start cycling to Slimming as well. So I'm going to start doing that. So yeah, I was quite chuffed. So I've done a lot more. I've done a lot more steps this week as well. And I only had one SP day, which was on the Friday. So I did the SP day Friday, which wasn't too bad. We had my eldest daughter came to stay for the weekend, and yeah, even trying to like make sure that I was still stayed on plan when she was here, it wasn't too bad at all. So yeah, it was good. And considering last Saturday, because we were out all day on the Saturday and ended up having an Indian takeaway when we come home, I picked things that weren't going to jeopardise me. So it was just like boiled rice, and I think it was a vegetable jalfrezi. Didn't have bhajias, didn't have naan or anything like that, obviously, because it's not vegan. But yeah, I've just had poppadom, which is 3 thins, just had that. And so I feel like, yeah, even with having a bit of a treat, because every other meal was on plan and there wasn't anything else that went on that I had to avoid or had to compromise on with via Slimming, by Slimming World. It meant that I think, yeah, I think that really helped to the weight loss. So 3.5 pounds, really chuffed with it. Yeah, let's just hope it carries on. My Slimming World consultant was so sweet. She sent me because I got weighed and then left, and that's the first time I've done that. And the only reason I did it is because my daughter was staying, and she was going to come swimming with me. And the only day she could come swimming with me was Saturday morning with the other ladies that swim. So yeah, so I had to go and get weighed and leave, which was a real shame, because obviously I would have got my stone certificate and everything from them then. Might have even got Slimmer of the Week again, I don't know, might have done. With a 3.5 loss a week before and a 3.5 loss that week, I could have done. So yeah, so she sent me a Slimming consultant sent me a text because she didn't have a chance to say anything to me on the Saturday. I sent me a text today saying, "Congratulations! I bet you're really chuffed. You're doing really well." It's so nice to have that personal touch. Really sweet of her to do that. So yeah, I like that. I've put a recipe in today because it's something that I've eaten 3 times this week and pretty addicted to now. So it's the Slimming World chips, but my version of Slimming World chips, which is really lazy. But yeah, so I thought I'd do a video of it for everybody for this time. And I was going to do a video of the vegetable dish that I made, that someone asked for a video with, a silken tofu sauce. and I ordered silken tofu from my Asda delivery, and they sent me jackfruit again. So I have no silken tofu. I'm hoping to get some this week. As soon as I get some, I'll put the recipe up there and I'll make that dish again, because everyone liked it. Like everyone that ate it has liked it. So yeah, and it's a good one for like saving for the next day as well. And it's really nice to have sort of a sin-free dish. So I put the Slim World chips in here. Just got back from swimming and cycling, because I thought that's not enough. I'm now cycling down to the sea and swimming and then cycling home again. So it's like 5 miles there and back, 5 miles. So yeah, I'm absolutely knackered. I'm supposed to be having an SP day today, but I'm just so hungry now, and a salad isn't going to cut it. So I'm making myself some Slim World chips, just as like a lunch snack, I suppose. But yeah, so this is how I make them. So I've seen online Slim World like soak them, or do they parboil them? They do something like that. I don't do that because I'm lazy in that. When I want chips, I want them like soon, like really soon. So I'll show you how I make them. I just use normal all-rounder potatoes. So they're just, I think these are just Tesco all-rounder potatoes. And I very lazily don't peel them either. I cut them into finish wedges, like this sort of size. So yeah, not too bad. And depending on how hungry I am and whether I'm going to have to share them or not with hubby, I make a few of them. So I'm not going to bore you with all the cutting, but basically that's all I'm doing. It's just cutting them in wedges. I'm not doing anything else with them. I'm not rinsing them. I'm not parboiling them. Just cutting them into wedges, and that's it. So I've cut a fair amount. Nice big bunch of potato wedges. I want one for me. So anyone else like raw potato, or is it just me? Absolutely love raw potato. I love it. Right, what I'm going to do is shove it in the air fryer now. Let's see what's next. Okay, so I've put it in the air fryer. It's not filled it completely, but it's pretty full. And I'm just going to spray. So the only fry light I've got at the moment is the olive oil one, but it seems to work. So I'm just going to spray that a little bit around, and then just give it a little bit of a toss. A bit more spray. I reckon that's enough. Yeah, no, that's enough. It's pretty well coated. And then this is my favourite. So Nando's peri peri salt. Oh, love this stuff. So a generous helping of Nando's peri peri. Yeah, pretty generous. A little bit of shake, a bit more. Yeah, they're going to be spicy. I do like a bit of spice. So they're pretty well coated. And now I'm going to put them in the air fryer. So I put them on my highest setting, which is 200 degrees. And I just put them on, first of all, for 15 minutes. I check them, and usually they're done by about 15, but sometimes they need a bit of a shake and to go for a bit longer. So let's go. So this is what they look like at the 15-minute mark. I'm going to do them for a little bit longer. I mean, they're pretty close. So I've just given them another little spray, and I'm going to put them in for, I think, another 10 minutes, but I'll check them after 5 and see what they look like. This is at the 5-minute mark. I'm going to give them a shake and give them a, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes more. Some of them look a little better done than others. I mean, they're just right for me, but other people might want them darker, and I know my husband likes them really crispy, so I'm going to do them for a bit longer. It's only got 5 minutes left. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So 15 minutes for the first cook, and then I sprayed them again, gave them a shake, and put them in for another 10, and yeah, they look perfect. And
I can guarantee you they are so tasty. It took a bit longer in the air fryer, but the thing is, they were in the air fryer. I could just walk away and go and do stuff. So I went and cleaned the bathrooms, did some dusting, and came back and my chips were done. Perfection. Yeah, can totally recommend these. There they are. Just going to add some salt and vinegar and they're done. Sin-free, Slimming World chips, no parboiling, no fuss, no peeling, just air fried. You're welcome.
I've also been trying to do a little bit more walking at my pace. So I've been going out with 2 of our dogs and just going out on my own and doing a sort of a slower my pace walk, and that seems to really help. And I feel like I've strengthened my hip and strengthened the muscles around it by doing that and not pushing myself too far. So yeah, one of the walks that I do is really through a really sweet little woodland glade that's at the top of our road. So I'll put a little bit of that in here as well. This is such a pretty walk that I do. It's just at the top of my road, and it's a little glade that you can walk through. And you walk through here and the birds are singing, and there's a little stream that you can hear the water going. It's just so pretty. So yeah, I loved it, the dogs loved it, and it was just so peaceful. And I could go at my own pace. I didn't have to speed up. I didn't have to worry about anybody going slow behind me or everybody thinking, oh, this is so boring, I have to walk so slow. It was just me, the dogs, the bird song, and yeah, the flowers were lovely. I have to admit, the bluebells were still out. I was really surprised there's still quite a few bluebells out. I mean, the week ago they were looking much nicer. They're looking a bit sorry for themselves now. But yeah, they were looking so pretty. I've still been doing all my calisthenics and strengthening and mobility exercises, and I've added another one to it as well. The chiropractor suggested, which was like a sideways leg raise, and so I'm gonna keep on trying that and see if that makes a difference. And I'll probably put a video in next week of some of the exercises I'm doing, because one of the other things that someone suggested to me, which was my daughter, she suggested to reduce my back, like to make my back straighter, is to do like a reverse plank. Bless her, she's amazing. She sent me like what it looks like and how to do it. So I'm going to be having a go at that as well. So I'll probably put a video of that in for next week, because I haven't videoed any of my exercises this week. Just the walking and the swimming. I've got a little bit of like photo footage and video footage of the swimming and the walking, which yeah, the swimming was exciting actually yesterday. We went, I went with my daughter straight after Slimming World, and yeah, it was loads of us. There was about 20 of us swimming. It was a really lovely atmosphere. It was a really bright sunny day, and we all got out. We were in there sort of half hour, some people a little bit longer, doing longer swims and doing some training for swimming. And we got out, and then we were just getting changed, and all of a sudden someone shouted, "The seal's there!" And there it was. The seal must have waited for us to get out. Must have watched and seen that, oh, there's too many people in there, I'm not going to swim around there. And all of a sudden, exactly where we'd been swimming, his head bobbed up, and you could just see him like swimming along. And because the current was relatively strong, it was like taking him down the beach, and he was just floating. And you could see his head, you could see his belly. It was so sweet. So yeah, he just stayed there. I mean, we were there for about an hour and a half, and he was there the whole time. We could see him for all that time. So he was just chilling, floating along in the current, which was really cute. So yeah, I got some pictures of him. He is in a distance, so you have to like sort of zoom your eyes in to look. But I'll crop some nice pictures of him, see if I can get a decent picture of him up there. The only other thing that happened this week is I had family come down yesterday afternoon, just because my mum hasn't been able to see the new house yet, so she came down, and there was quite a few of them here, and I bought lots of picky bits for people to eat, and obviously it was vegan, but none of it was Slimming World friendly, like none of it. I think the lowest sin value was the salsa, and that was it. And because I didn't know they were coming until like the night before, so I wasn't prepped for getting anything that was like a party type food that I could eat as well. So I didn't have any of it, which is so unusual because I'd bought the Lidl's, the Jaffa Cake cookies, the soft centre cookies. I'd bought the Neo, which is their version of Oreos, the big ones. I bought loads of those. I bought tortilla chips. I bought loads of lots and lots of like little picky bits I would normally absolutely love, and I didn't touch any of it, and I can't believe it. I just sat there drinking my water and my diet Fanta, and yeah, I did feel like I achieved something, because that was a big thing for me, because I'm a grazer and I'm the sort of person that will eat without realising they're eating. So I was really happy about that I just didn't touch anything. So, and because everybody left quite late, we were going to go out for a meal, and we ended up just getting a takeaway in. But because I knew what I could have and what I could steer clear of things like onion bhajis and things like that, it meant that I felt quite confident in picking something. And I did say to my daughter, I said, take everything with you today, because take it home with you. I didn't want any leftovers in the house. I didn't want anything, because I don't know about anyone else, but I love takeaway food the next day, like for lunch and things like that. And I knew if it was sitting there, I would end up picking at it. So she took all the leftovers from the takeaway and all the leftovers from the picky bits. So they're not even in the house. So I'm not going to be tempted, because if it's sitting in the house, I find it really, really hard not to touch it. So yeah, hopefully that will mean that I will. I'm not expecting a huge loss this week, but even if it's just a loss, I'll be really happy. Even if it's just £0.5 like I was 3 weeks ago, I'd be really, really happy, because a loss is a loss, and I've got to think about the journey as like a long-term thing rather than a quick fix that can be done in a few weeks. I've got to think, well, it took me years to put this weight on, so it's going to take a long time to get it all off, but I'll get there. So have a great week, everybody. I hope you do well. If you're on a weight loss journey or any kind of change in your life or what you're doing, yeah, just let me know. Stick it in the comments. Thumbs up. It'd be really great if you give the video a like, so I know that people are watching it and liking the content. If they're not, if you don't like it, obviously you can scroll on and everything, but it would be, I don't mind criticism. I don't mind, especially constructive criticism, because I've done like 5 videos, so it would be really grand if somebody had an idea and say, oh, actually it'd be really interesting to see this or see that. But have a lovely week, everyone. Bye. My favourite meal this week, chickpea tuna with jacket potato and chopped salad.